logged off with. Get it started.
Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing this evening? Who do we have in the house this evening? We got Dee's Homestead. Hello, Dee.
Hey, guys. Man, how's everyone doing tonight?
You just shook the whole table.
Yeah, I know, and my camera looks fuzzy. Let me fix that. Did it work? Like, is my hand in front of the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good.
I think so, too. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing wonderful.
That's probably there you go. That's better.
So you're telling me that the camera needed to focus on your hat in order for it to work?
Well, my forehead looked big right there. So make sure it looked like everything was glaring off.
Hi, Heather. How are y'all? How's everyone's Memorial Day going?
Hey, happy Memorial Day, everybody.
We had a wonderful day today. I had a relaxing day today. We had a pool. We had a little kiddie pool set up at the property. Levi was playing in the kiddie pool. I had my feet tucked in the water, just sitting back, watching my husband hard at work. I had a relaxing day.
Yeah, my day was a little.
It wasn't really that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
normally
too bad.
we go out there and we work ourselves to death, and
it wasn't that bad because I did a lot of work yesterday out there, and I just had to, weed eat or stuff like that today. And
it's not focusing. Let's see.
Go the other way. Go the other way.
Hang on.
Go the other way.
I don't know why.
Go that way. Go towards the window. The other way.
I did go that way, Stephen. Oh, this is about to drive me crazy. Cutting grass, around the berries, and canning meat. Oh, man. Stephen cut the grass yesterday. It needed it.
Yeah, and I didn't have enough time because we had a lot of other things going on, so I didn't weed eat until today. So I went back. We went back and weed eated and hauled water and, watered the garden and everything else and filled the other water tank up that's sitting out there. Because approximately we go through probably 300 to 400 gallons of water every time we water, at least. And that's giving everything somewhat of it ain't giving it a torrential soak, but it's getting wet to the point the whole ground's wet, and it's just enough. Probably about 400 gallons of water it takes to water everything good and the right way.
Dee's Homestead says, I cut mine today and got the garden tilled.
Well, wow. That's good. That's good.
All right. So I'm so excited. Stephen, do you know that we literally really don't have anything left to do in the garden besides weed every now and then and water?
Yeah, I know. Nice.
So do you want to tell them what we fixed the other day? Yes, you do.
What did we fix?
We fixed the water tank. The big water tank. The 600-gallon water tank that's going to go and sit on the property. We are super excited about that.
I actually plastic welded. Matter of fact, I didn't have a plastic welder, but I had a soldering gun. So I used a soldering gun, and we didn't film it, but I think we could tell you on this video. But we used a soldering iron, and I melted plastic.
The hole was like this daggone big, y'all. And
I bridged it and kept on adding to it and moving my way across, and sure enough, worked perfect. Can't believe it. And I did that in 2 locations. The one spot I had to fix because it was like a hairline crack that I missed because I couldn't see it until we actually put water in the tank. So then we actually redone it, and it's been holding water since yesterday. And the cardboard that's sitting up underneath of it is dry as a bone. So that means it's holding water.
Let's see. Heather asked the next question that goes right into our next exciting adventure. And she's probably like, what? Anyways, Heather asked, what new things did you learn you want to try or use from your meetup? So, we are going to build our
Well, we're doing rain catchment.
we're gonna do the rain catchment, but we're gonna build our first building that actually is going to catch the rain that goes into the 600-gallon drum. So we're gonna build our garden shed, and I'm super excited about that. So the garden shed is going to do the water runoff for that 600-gallon drum, and it might not be a lot for right now, but it's all right. But it'll get it. I have faith.
Oh yeah. Trying to still wonder how big to make it. She's saying she wants it 10 by 10, but I'm thinking it needs to be a little bit bigger than that, just to be able to walk in there. And just so happens if we're out there and it storms, we can go in something to hang all together rather than sit in a vehicle.
Well, technically, you'll still be able to get in there. I mean, if you need to throw some stuff out in the rain, then throw some stuff out in the rain.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we've been contemplating here lately, is trying to figure out where we want it. And I think we have it narrowed down. And if you watch a lot of my videos, or our videos, I'm sorry, honey. If you watch our videos, we're planning on putting it behind the cedars. Just so it has a little bit of a shaded area, because the drum, I do not want the water tank sitting out there in the direct sun. I already have to paint the whole daggum thing black, and so that's one thing that we are planning on doing.
Yeah, we ain't doing that until it actually gets out there and get everything situated.
Yeah, I'm not painting that thing here. There'll be black paint everywhere.
Yeah, put it on the ground and have it sitting in a good location, so it ain't gonna be just sitting in the dirt somewhere.
And one of the things you're probably asking, why should we paint it? Why are we going to paint it black? Well, the clear or the white containers, they seem to hold a lot of algae. They have a lot of algae growth on the inside, so you don't want it slimy. You don't want it ucky. Because when we're out there, we are gonna take showers with that water. We are gonna take showers because we're gonna be out there a few days at a time, especially this summer. So you don't want slimy water and a whole bunch of bacteria just growing in that water. So you want to paint it black.
From the sun heating up the water and being a clear tank, it creates algae.
There you go. So, and we also have to paint the tote that's already out there. We just haven't bought the paint yet.
And we've been going through that water so quickly, so it's constantly getting new water. So it's not, the water ain't sitting in there for a long period of time. Because we usually haul water at least twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week out there to do this. And when we get this building built for rain catchment for the garden, that'll cut the trips down. I mean, I don't mind hauling water on the trailer, loading it down and stuff like that. But the problem is right now, we got 2 IBC totes, 1 IBC totes on the property, and 1 we keep hooked on top of the trailer. And right now it's empty because we just emptied it. And then we got this 600-gallon tank. So basically, when we haul water, we're only hauling about 300 gallons at a time. And if we had more IBC totes, I could put another couple on this trailer because the trailer will hold the weight. And even I could put 1 in the back of the truck and 2 on the trailer. But the trailer's 18 feet long. It can hold these things. But if I had 2 or 3 of these things and fill all 3 of them up, then I would be able to stay ahead of the game, and I wouldn't have to, stay out there. And basically when I haul water out there, it's about 400 gallons, sometimes a little bit more than 400 gallons of water when we water. So the tank, the IBC tote holds about 300 gallons, right there at 300. So basically, I'm using the whole thing of water that I'm hauling out there to water the garden, and then I'm using some out of the other IBC tote that's sitting out there. So every time I go, I'm not really increasing the amount of water in the IBC tote that's sitting on the property. So it would be nice to at least have one more IBC tote just so I can actually fill the other one up
completely
and water the garden with the other one, so I can have one always there full. Just so happens she goes out there without me, then she could just pump water and water with I'm not there hauling water, if that makes sense.
Dee's Homestead said you should build it in Pennsylvania. I think Dee wants us to move to Pennsylvania.
Dee. I don't know.
We would if we could, but
yeah,
we've already got our heart set on this property.
Yeah, we got a lot tied up here, but
no. Let's see, and then so yes, this coming weekend, our plan is to start marking out the 4 corners for the garden shed.
Yeah, try to mark it out and clean up the area, and I'm kind of wondering if we should do what kind of slab. Are we gonna do a slab, or how are we gonna do that? We haven't really thought about what we're gonna. What happened?
You're fine.
We haven't really thought about what we're gonna actually what kind of building we're putting there. I mean, it's going to be a little shed kind of thing, but we don't know if we're going to build it on a slab or just put poles in the ground, wrap it like a pole building, and then put tin around the perimeter and then put a door. So we're still debating on that situation. So
Heather asked, wonder how much those big, huge black tanks are. Heather, I could tell you, for a 500-gallon black tank, it's anywhere from $550 to $800. Depends on which kind you get and which brand you get.
Yeah, they're very expensive. Granted, the 575 gallon or 600 gallon tank we got now, luckily it was given to us. And it was only given to us because it had holes in it. And I was like, well, we might as well take it and give it a shot and see if we can fix it. And sure enough, we did fix it. So we got it for free. And I was able to fix it. And now all we need to do is get fittings for the outside where the water would come out of the tank, and just get different fittings so we can actually use it and be able to pump out of it and all this other and transfer water out of it and all that stuff. So that's the reason why we got the tank, and that's the only reason why we got that bigger tank. But in the future, hopefully we can get them 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 gallon tanks for rain catchment system off of a house and stuff like that, and have a situated area on the property for that, so we can use that for our water source. Because as of right now, that's what we're leaning towards, rain catchment system. And we're not going to do a well. And the only reason why is because the price of people wanting to put a well in is ridiculously amount of money.
Now we may do one later on down the road. Like we haven't completely crossed it out.
Yeah, a well would be nice, just so you have pretty much unlimited amount of water. But we're going off grid, and granted, having a well, being off grid, you can run that on solar panel. You can transfer water to a tank from the well, or you can just have a lot of more solar panels to create, the power to pump it up out of the well to do all your stuff. So we would have the roof capability on top of the pole building. Believe that we're going to build a pole building kind of house.
Yeah.
To run the solar panels for that, but that's in the future for right now. And we ain't really we're thinking that far, but we're not really, up to date on everything along them lines. So as of right now, we're just trying to get everything situated for what we're doing right now, and then we're gonna move step by step as we increase and get going a little bit longer, down the line.
All right, so Heather says, can't wait to see the plans for the garden shed. Yes, I know. I'm super excited because honestly, I don't know what he's going to build. You never know. All I know is in order to get him motivated to do it, just go out there and dig holes and say, this is where you're going to do this. This is where you're going to do this. And then once I start, he's going to come in behind me and get to work. And that's just how it's just going to go. That's how it always is. I always start something. And then he's like, well, we need to do this, 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 this. And I'm like, well, then if we need to do that, then you need to come in here and help. And then that's how the whole garden bed got started, the whole garden build.
Yeah, the whole garden was her plan. Now, granted, yes, I wanted a garden too, but I was just leery on the location of it. But after it's been done, the location is perfect where it's at.
After I placed all four corners in that garden bed, he was like, okay, we're gonna do it.
Yep. And then we went all for it, and
let me tell y'all, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful.
The garden is growing dramatically. I mean, there's stuff 3, 4, and 5 foot tall in that garden. Some flowers are taller than her.
Yeah.
So
like I tried to look to see if there was actually a flower coming out of it. And
there's actually heads. There's actually heads coming out the top of one of them. I seen.
I had to stand up on the side of the raised bed area and stand up on my tiptoes just to look at it. Y'all, it's crazy.
But yeah, everything's growing. The corn's about 3 foot tall. The tomatoes, we got a bunch of green tomatoes. They just haven't turned color yet, but there's a bunch of them on there. The tomato plant about 2.5, almost. Some of them are about 3 foot tall. They're ranged in between 2 and 3 foot
and
tall.
They're huge. My tomatoes are huge this year. I have never had tomatoes this daggone big. They are huge. I mean,
they are. I mean, there's green tomatoes probably. They're pretty big. I mean,
it is. Oh man. Let's see what else. What else is going good? My squash, y'all. I have been getting squash off of it for the past week. I know
it's been more than a week because we had squash last weekend.
One day last week. So we've had squash 4 times in the past week and a half, and it is.
Every time we go out there, we had to pick it. It's growing, and it's. I mean, they're perfect size. I mean, they do good.
And I've been busy this week also with my herbs. I harvested some chocolate mint that's out back. Chocolate mint, and if y'all know, everyone's heard of mint, but chocolate mint, it smells just like chocolate. That's why it's called chocolate mint. You're supposed to laugh. I don't hear no laughing.
You can't hear them.
I know. Okay, so we got chocolate mint. Not freeze dry. I need a freeze dryer. We dehydrated chocolate mint, and we crushed it up and put it into a canister, and I'm going to use that into a new soap. And then we have our thyme. Oh man, we harvested a lot of thyme right outside the door, and we dehydrated that and crushed it up. We did rosemary too. Rosemary, it smelled so good, y'all. It has been smelling like herbs in here, a different herb every day for the past 4 days, and it smells so good. Yesterday,
she has a trick, y'all. I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it, but there's a trick to grind up the herbs, and the vast easy way.
Yeah, I tried to do it with the little grinder, the stone bowl with the little stone thing. I do not know what it's called right now.
Stone grind?
No. I think it's the anastal or panastal or pedestal or whatever it's called. But anyways, you would sit there and grind it, and my hands hurt after the first day. I couldn't do it. So I cheated, and I got my little chopper thingy up, and I just pressed the button, and it just chopped it all up. So
So it looks like we have a
Actually-
bunch of oregano everywhere. Even though it's not oregano, but it looks like oregano.
We did rosemary, and then yesterday I went out there and harvested some basil. And y'all, I didn't realize that my basil had gotten that big, but Lord, I have over there dehydrating right now is the basil, and I'm super excited about that because all of it's going to be used in all of this herbs that I am harvesting right now. I'm going to try to incorporate it into my soaps, and I'm just excited. I really am excited. Let's see. Good soil and water. These Homestead says we got good tomatoes because we got good soil and water.
Well, we got good soil.
Hey Steve, how are you doing tonight? Let's see. Miss Annette says you ship really fast. The lip balm and body butter are amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I was actually worried because I had seen your order come through, and I was like, I already got that. I'm not worried about that.
And out of the blue, I got a message through the email on my phone, and I was like, I think we got another order that just came. And she's like, no, I already sent it. And I was like, no, this is another one. Because it was a different price. Because I noticed it. And I was like, that's a different price. So I sent it to her, and I was like,
it was like 3 days. I was like almost 3 days late of shipping your order out. I was like, no, it's got to go right now. Like,
well, see, I didn't get the confirmation.
Get it out.
I didn't get the confirmation on the email until the following day after you sent you sent the package. So yeah, it would have been nice to send it all in one package for you, but it's fine. We have sent 2 boxes rather.
But we are so glad that you like the soaps and the body butter and the lip balm. That makes me feel so good that
Well, I just to be honest with you, I use the soaps in the showers. I use the soaps too. So
you like them?
Yeah, I like them.
All right. Let's see. Steve says great. He said storms here tonight. I'm so sorry. Well, it's good for the garden. Y'all, let's see what else. Our driveway is still looking a little rough, but this lovely man over here, I have been digging, and I dug a trench, and he finally come out there when it was backed up full of water. He said, Shannon, you need to extend it out probably about 12 feet and go 2 inches down. I was like, well, that's what I said in the video, and obviously you didn't pay attention. So guess what? He extended it on out, and let me tell you, there ain't no water holding in that driveway, not in those 2 areas.
Yeah, the only water spots we got is just where the little potholes are throughout the driveway. But them 2 water hole areas, every time it rains, I got the ditch straight out as far as it needs to go until it's able to span and clear and open way, because it'll follow that drain that I made and extended from where she made it to a flat surface that's lower than the grade of the driveway. And I probably had to extend the one probably about 15 or 20 feet. And then the other one, I had to go about 12 feet.
Yeah, because you had to go to the end of the daggone wood pile on that one.
Yeah. So every time it rains now, at least, it might be wet in there, but then it will dry. It'll run its way all the way out into the woods. And when it gets to the end of that ditch I've dug, it actually opens up to a flat area. That's it spans out basically, and it doesn't hold a puddle there because the grade of the ground it'll just dissipate. And that's what I've done to both of them.
So how's everyone's gardens doing? And if you're not from the southern part of the United States, what are you excited about planting this year? Because I know some of you are planting and some of you aren't planting. Like, it's still cold in some areas and hot, drastically hot in other areas, like scorching hot. Y'all need to let me know. I'm curious. I want to know how everyone's planting is going, everyone's visions for their gardens going. Yeah, I'm just bouncy tonight. I need to get something to drink. I didn't grab me something. I don't want that tea.
Okay.
I didn't. Y'all. I just don't. I don't care.
She don't like drinking my tea out of my cup. I don't understand it.
Is there tea made?
Yeah, I just made tea before, like
ice
an
cold
hour
tea.
ago.
Ice cold tea.
Yeah, it's ice cold tea.
I'll get my cup. Heather says we tilled our big garden yesterday. Some areas are super soggy. Hoping to plant next weekend. Yes, that would be. You would be looking like me, Heather, if you were out there planting in it, because I was actually when I planted in I planted our garden in the pouring down rain, and let me tell you, he was not too happy. I had mud everywhere.
She looked like a swamp rat. You look like
That's not nice to say about your wife.
I'm serious. You were laying in the mud, planting peppers. Matter of fact, there were peppers you were planting at the time. Yeah, it was torrential downpouring, y'all, and corn, and it was thunder and lightning. And I was like, "You better get at it." And she's like, "Well, I'm using a plastic little shovel." I'm like, "I don't care." I was like, "You're sitting in a puddle of water." I told her, I was like, "You need to just quit for right this second. Let the storm pass by, and then go back to it." But nope, she just kept on going. But I think that day I was the only one that was somewhat trying to stay dry.
You and Levi.
Yeah, me and Levi. But that day we had about 4 or 5 storms come through. So it would storm, and then we had about 30 minutes of time to do something, and then it storm again. So
let's see. Steve says ours is in and doing good. Aw. Dee's Homestead says, I'm like Heather, just got it tilled up, hoping to plant this week and weekend. Dee, I wish you all the luck. Just be careful. Heather says, got some road fabric.
Laid down in another garden.
And pea gravel in it to make raised beds. The garden is in our orchard. Lots of big rocks in the area. Aw. These Homestead says videos to come. LOL. Goodness. Well, yeah. So I'm so glad that everyone's garden's doing great. Everyone's doing wonderful. Like, it makes me happy to see y'all happy and excited about y'all's gardens. What else we got?
Well, you can tell them about the long video, the Southeast. We did a Southeast meetup, homesteaders meetup. It was on this past Saturday.
We had a really good time. Good time. We got to meet a lot of great people and be able to interact with a lot of different homesteaders, and it was a really fun experience.
Some of them we knew about 4 or 5 of them, already. But I just wanted to let y'all know, the video is a long video. It's like an hour and 40 minutes long. And she actually said that in the beginning of the video.
Like, I literally could not cut anything out, because if I did cut something out,
you would actually miss something.
Yeah.
So if you did watch it, it's probably best to watch the whole thing.
Or watch it in parts. You can go back and watch it in parts too.
Yeah, just watch a little bit of it and then just pause it and come back to it another day or whatever. But it's probably good because we wanted to get as much input in there as possible, just for anybody that wants to learn anything different or stuff. So we didn't really want to cut nothing out, just to shorten up each speaking, if that makes any sense. So it's not just that's basically how we felt. And I was like, we just keep the video, the length of it, try not to cut nothing out. And that's what we did, just so we wouldn't leave any information out of the video.
So, and Stephen, guess how many days until farming where you live?
A couple weekends.
19 days. Aren't y'all so excited? So that's like 2.5, almost 3 weeks.
Yep.
I know I'm excited. I'm really excited. Patrick says, just got in from the garden. I'm usually working Mondays. How's your garden doing, Patrick? Or how's your garden doing, Pat? I'm so glad y'all, he has helped us with ours. Oh man, Pat, I really have to tell you something. Guess what? We have growing in our garden because of you. Just guess. Everyone, y'all just gotta wait. Just for 1 minute. And I'm not talking about corn. Or more peppers.
Y'all make sure you go hit the like button. We appreciate it. That'll help us out a little bit.
You planted a lot of it, and you rearranged my herb bed. Okay, is this suspense killing y'all? I have asparagus. Good job. I have asparagus growing.
It's about 2 foot tall.
Growing, and I'm like, what do I do with it? Like, am I supposed to cut it and let the rest of it grow? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm like, ah.
It's about 2 foot tall.
Like,
I can't believe.
I'm like, are we supposed
how
to cut
tall
it?
It is. Patrick actually came over to our place, or Patrick. He came to our place. We do have a video on that. I presume most of y'all might have watched that. And he provided us with some vegetables and stuff like that when he came. He helped us get some stuff, started up in there. And I can't believe, asparagus. I've wanted asparagus for many years, and
Pat says leave it alone. Pat says you can't have asparagus this year.
I know, I know, but I can't believe how tall it is. It's a couple feet. Now, granted, it's just like one spurt here, one spurt over here, but it's 2 foot tall. I can't believe it.
He says leave it alone for a couple of years. He says cut it down in the fall after it dies off, so you can have no asparagus. Haha. You can have one, just one.
Hey, that's a tease. Well, we got about 5 of them growing. 5 or 6 of them growing.
You might have one dinner. And it'd just be you eating it, because I don't eat asparagus. But he does, and I haven't really gotten my kids to eat asparagus because I don't cook it that often. Actually, I don't think I've ever cooked it. Y'all, I'm just a bad wife not cooking my husband asparagus.
She admitted it. Y'all heard that.
And you agree. You just say, no, honey, you're not a bad wife.
I ain't saying you were. You're a good wife, but I'm just saying you would just admit it. You're telling all of our subscribers that, hey, she's slacking and she ain't feeding me.
Let's see. So what else is in the garden? My morning glory flowers are coming in.
We ain't eating them.
No, we're not eating those, but those are flowers. Those are beautiful. Y'all, I seen the most beautiful pink lily today. It was so beautiful. Like, it was like a baby pink.
Our elderberry bush is actually blooming.
Yes, we have elderberry flowers. We have elderberry flowers growing on our elderberries. We are super excited about that. That is just amazing.
Now, granted, it's just a twig. It's only a twig about 2.5, 3 foot tall. A little single twig, but it has a couple branches on it. Yeah,
and there's 2 little bunches of elderberries.
So it's going to take a little bit before it gets there, but I mean, probably a year or two, it'll be good enough to be able to get some stuff off of it. And hopefully we'll be able to get more, and you will be able to plant more of them.
So, Stephen, what is your favorite kind of pizza? When you put toppings on a pizza, what kind of pizza do you like?
Well, I like.
Hey, Pat,
I like broccoli.
Wait a minute, Pat. This might be a little graphic because it might burn your ears to hear all this stuff that he's fixed to put on his pizza. But go ahead. A pizza is just made to be cheese or pepperoni.
Yeah, well, I mean,
anyways, that's my opinion.
I like broccoli on it. Honestly, I like broccoli on the pizza.
Peppers, onions.
Yeah, peppers and onions.
You want cheese on that too?
Yeah, cheese. But usually peppers and onions and broccoli. I like on a pizza. Kibasi, I ain't really not kibasi. What would you say? What do you put on? What do you
Pepperoni.
pepperoni? That's it. I don't really care for pepperoni. I mean, I like to eat it, but it really ain't that good for you. But
All right. Heather says my honeybees are working like crazy. Heather, you go girl with all those honeybees because I don't like bees. I mean, I like them, but I won't. I'm not gonna have a bee farm. I couldn't do it.
maybe in the future we might have it after we get some of the woods cleared out.
That's something he'll maintain on the opposite side of the property.
I would maintain it because if we could provide our own honey on certain things, because we like to use honey for a sweetener rather than sugar on certain things, and
Hi, Miss Cindy.
it's way healthier for you, and I would like to do the bees, but I would probably be the one doing it because everybody else is like petrified to get stung, and I've been stung many times in my lifetime, so I know.
Well, see,
I'm.
my dad's allergic to bees. My brother's allergic to bees. My Gracie's allergic to bees, and if I get stung, I might just swell up like a balloon. You might not even be able to recognize your wife. I might look like one of them bears coming out of the woods. Yeah, I love picking at him. Y'all know that.
But yeah, I mean, if it, I would like to have bees, but
it's gonna take some time. And
I'm not gonna do it and have because in our area of our property, it's only 1.5 acres in that area, so I don't want to have the honeybee hive right there in that area. I'd rather have it down on the other side of the field, and then they would be able to just fly to the garden area and then go back over there. So the main hive wouldn't be right where everybody's located at.
Let's see. Heather says, "Oh, I found an elderberry about 5 foot growing back. Garden must have been from being transported by rodent from my compost." Oh man. Well, keep it growing. Keep it growing. Do you know what kind of elderberry is? Because I think there's like 2 different types. And let's see. Patrick says, "Just kidding, whatever you want." Peaceful Cedar Homestead says, "Hey, been enjoying y'all's videos. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you watching.
Yes, we do. And I've read your comments here lately, and we really appreciate it.
We try to get back to as many comments as we can because as soon as somebody leaves a comment, we'll get an alert on our telephones, either mine or hers, and we'll comment back. So we try to get back to every single person's comment as possible. We apologize if we miss anybody, but we do.
We don't ever miss anybody.
But I don't think
I see everybody.
Yeah, I don't think we miss.
Well, I don't
anybody,
see y'all, but
if we do,
I read everybody.
Yeah, just if we do miss you, we're not doing it purposely. So I just wanted to get that across.
Okay. Miss Cindy says, "I just now seen this on." Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Cindy, but we are so glad that you made it.
Yeah, we're on every Monday at 8:30. Is when we start every Monday at 8:30.
Let's see. Heather says should be the black elderberry because that's what I put after using the compost. Put in, yeah. Well, that's good. I know I've got black elderberries too. Oh, I think they're black. I don't know what they are. I have to ask my sister. She's the one that gave me the plant. So, yay! I'm so excited.
She was like, "Yeah, here's a part of my plant that I'm giving to you," and just go. It was pretty much bare root, so we just planted it and have at it, and then it's growing.
Yeah, I so thought. Don't tell my sister. I so thought that I killed it. I really did. Like she said, she gave it to me. She's like, "Take it and go put it in the ground today." Well, we were camping that weekend, so I set it on the trailer, and it got like down to like 38 degrees that night. And I was like, oh crap. The next day, whenever we were loading up and getting everything moved around, I seen it laying there. I was like, crap, I forgot to plant the elderberry. I so thought I killed it, but I didn't. I saved it. It went in the ground.
Yeah, it's still alive.
Our fig trees. Our fig trees have little bitty leaves. Well, one of them has little bitty leaves on them.
The second one had little buds on it, but this time we can't. This time today we went out there, it didn't have no buds again. I don't understand what's going on with that. But they were given to us to a family friend. Matter of fact, my mother actually picked them up for us from a family friend. So I don't know where she got them from. But
all right, those of you that are new, hit that like button, and thank you for joining us. That was
spur of the moment.
It was. It was. Because I love you guys. I do know. Oh, we need to figure something out. Okay, so here lately we've been out to the property. Y'all, we have not been walking in the woods. We have been staying out there in the open. We have had a problem with ticks. So we are actually thinking about releasing guineas in our yard.
The ticks are bad this year for some reason. I never really remember walking out there and just getting ticks out of the blue, just walking.
I mean, they are bad. We are really gonna probably wind up getting guineas and just letting them loose. I mean, because I remember as a young kid, our guineas used to roost on top of our trailer. So at night we would hear them walking around on top of the trailer. So honestly, I am seriously thinking about getting some guineas and just letting them roam that whole field out there. I think they'll be fine. And if they get eaten, they get eaten. As long as I know that there's some of the ticks are gone, I'm okay with it. There's plenty of grass out there. There's water out there. There's everything. So I think that they will be fine. Mama. What, baby? Come here.
Come say hello to everybody, Levi. Here we go again. Say, hey.
Look at this sweet little baby. But no, yeah.
What do y'all think about putting guineas out there with no protection? Just letting them run free and roost in the trees and do their thing. Do you think
they'll survive?
You think they'll? I mean, I know they're a little bit more hardier than a chicken, but and they're more alert than a chicken, as in watching out for each other. But we were debating whether to, because to drive out there every single day to let them out and put them back in and let them out and put them back in. That's a lot of back and forthing.
Someone asked, what was y'all's favorite part about the past weekend? She said she really enjoyed the video. What was your favorite part?
Well, I was able to swap telephone numbers, like personal telephone numbers, with other homesteaders that do have YouTube channels. So I enjoyed that rather than me personally. I like to make a phone call rather than send an email. You know what I mean? Because I ain't sending the email. If any email is sent, she's gonna do it for me. But just to be able to communicate with each other, and also it was along the lines of being able to help each other out. So I got a trade skill that I'm a professional at. Another homesteader has a trade skill that they're professional at. So if you put everybody together, you could build a house, you can do anything you want and have it professionally done without paying an arm and a leg, or just helping each other out, as in barter this for that kind of help, or barter that for this kind of help. So that's what we appreciated on that situation.
Don't bite
And
your toe.
that's mainly what it was about. So
See.
that actually helped out. So like when it comes time to build a house structure for us, you know, I can call so and so and call this person, and they'll, you know, they might want to barter this for their help to do this, or however they want to do it, or they'll just come free willingly and come help as long as we feed them, which is fine and dandy with me. So that's other stuff that we enjoyed, and we talked about when we were there. We were there with Big Bear Homestead. We were talking about
My favorite part was the actual Big Bear Homestead's talk. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, I am all into the hunting and trapping aspect of everything. I want to learn it, and also the. Are you
What are you
done?
doing?
And
Crazy.
also the predator prevention. Like I am all for it. And I actually was reading a book, and I bye baby, go on and go play. I was actually reading a book. It's called Where the Red Fern Grows. And when that boy goes to catch that coon, he actually sticks his hand down into that trap and grabs something silver. And when that coon will not let go of that silver piece. So whenever he said that and he was talking about that, I was like, well, darn, I guess that was true. That was actually true, because that coon did not let go of that silver shiny little piece of tin that he had shoved down in that log, and I just thought it was awesome. And I like the idea of having a jail cell as a a jail house as a chicken coop, like running your wires so many feet up, and then have like, I just thought it was amazing. Like he could explain it better than I can. That's why I didn't leave anything.
Just make everything predator proof. You know, just like we did our chicken pen. We have a video on how I built the chicken pen right out here. It's been many. How long ago has that been?
4 years.
It's been many
4,
years.
almost
ago.
5.
It's probably been 5 years ago. I built that chicken coop. No.
Yeah.
5, maybe 6. But we actually showing that coop on our YouTube channel, and we've only had our YouTube channel for about 2 years now. I actually ran down of how I made it, and we do have a video on our channel about that chicken coop we made outside and how we predator proofed it and everything like that. And we have no problems with predators. But other than that, you know, predator proofing. If that don't work, I guess you just got to stay in guard with a with a firearm. I guess.
Heather says, wonder if there are some little shelters or something to help them. Yes, we will have something out there. And I'm actually thinking there might be something that is we can do up off the ground. Because I have seen these, like the turkey roost up in the trees and stuff, that people have built for their turkeys. So I'm actually, you can probably put a platform up in a tree or something and be okay with it. Like the guineas would be able to get up there and they would be safe.
Yeah. Oh. Unless a snake comes up there.
Like we all had a good time at that event. It was really amazing. All right, so those of you that are coming in, I'm going to say it one more time. Hit that like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Wait a minute, that was more than one time.
Yeah, it was 3 times.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Y'all aren't counting how many times I say property. And I think that was the first time.
No, it was like the 3rd time. I've been counting.
Well, I've been slowing down. I've been doing what I'm doing.
The newer homestead. That's going to be our property is the newer homestead. We're at the existing homestead right now.
Heather says, I wish they had more stuff like that on the West Coast. Yeah, so honestly, they need to have it in all 4 4 directions in the United States. Like it's
the south.
important
Well,
for everyone to get together.
It is, and the south. See, the southeast is. This is like this area where we live, and basically from Virginia to Florida, Tennessee area, Georgia. Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, all them states there, but are good. There's a lot of homesteading stuff going on. North Carolina and South Carolina are pretty much, very good for homesteading. That's one of the good things about it. We just happen to be in the right location, but I mean,
like
living here for many years, growing up here for many years.
Well, everyone in the Facebook groups have really, in the Southeast, have really, I mean, honestly, pushing for, like, the post that I've seen is pushing for a meetup, and it finally happened. And we are super excited about that. And plus, they have that event, Farm Where You Live, next week, or not next week. Oh God, I'm trying to rush it, y'all.
In a few weeks,
yeah.
And Joel Salton, which a lot of y'all know, he's coming to that one, and we are going to that one, and all that stuff. But I guess it's just going to be a 1-day event. Homesteaders of America is 2-day event, 3-day event, something like that. But we are going to Homesteaders of America in Virginia too this year. I think as long as the gas price ain't no $12 a gallon. But as of right now, we got the Airbnb booked.
Well, if we don't go there, I'm taking a vacation.
Which most likely, as long as we just drive from our location to Virginia and not go everywhere, I think we might be all right. We can get there in a tank of gas and get back on a tank of gas. So we might be, what, $300 or $400 down the tube of gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, that's it. That's all we're doing. We ain't, like last year when we went to Homesteaders of America, we stopped and went in the we're in the caves and underground caves and all this other stuff, and we ain't gonna do that this year.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, I'm definitely sure. We've already done it.
I know. I am gonna say this. I know 3 women that are gonna be in the car with you.
Women. 1 woman and 2 girls.
Exactly. Females. 3 females that are going to be in the car with you, and you don't want to drive 7 hours back with three people mad at you.
I'm leaving at nighttime.
No, you're not. All right. Let's see. Most of the channels I watched are from over here. Well, Heather, I'm super excited. I'm glad that you are joining us from the West Coast. I am super excited about that.
There is a lot.
I honestly did not know that I was actually getting viewed over that way.
We didn't really know. I mean,
y'all, I'm eating my.
I know there is a lot of people from your way, Heather, that moved over this way.
Let's see. D said he's riding the horse to HOA.
All right.
Where are you going to keep the horse?
At the park in the backyard. We're going to be right there at the park.
Good Lord.
D, you ain't riding no horse. And if you ride a horse, I'm going to do it too.
What horse are you riding?
I'll go borrow somebody's horse.
All of my horses are too old, and you're too big.
I'm gonna have to get hey y'all. I'm gonna have to get me an Appaloosa, an Arabian. I'm gonna have to probably
You
get me
better
a
get
Arabian.
something that's gonna truck it because
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me a
Mama's
Arabian.
gonna beat you up there. I'm gonna leave the same time. I'm gonna leave the same time you are. We're gonna race all the way up there, and I'm just gonna leave you in the desk. Bye bye.
That's fine. You had to stop for gas. I wouldn't.
Yeah, but you gotta stop to feed your horse. Feed and water. All right, guys. Let's see. Yes, there's a homestead where you live convention in Spartanburg on June 18th. Yes, we are super excited about that. Yeah.
Who said
I'm
that?
excited about that. Pat said that. Y'all, I forgot where I was at. Heather says, I think the West Coast are sleeping. You never know, they might be. You need to wake them up.
Well, they say the West Coast, since y'all are like 3 hours behind us,
They party all
everything's
night.
up and running while y'all are still sleeping. So if you ain't up the same time we're up, we've already got 3 hours ahead on you.
You know what? That actually kind of made some sense, but it sounded stupid as hell. That sounded so stupid, but it's made sense.
Well, I mean, it is. Now, and we usually don't go to sleep till about midnight. So.
Let's see. Hey Miss Gypsy Jessie, how are you doing tonight?
Hey.
Let's see. I'll tie it to the fence at the gate. To the event. Hey, parking.
No, we ain't tying up the fence. I'm just gonna walk through the whole homesteader's thing, just sitting on a horse. We'll ride the horse all the way through there.
Yeah, you'll get a bird's eye view with a camera.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Without a drone.
Yeah, that'll be your drone. You stand up on the saddle.
Oh. Just like I stood up on the hood of the Suburban?
No, you don't want to do that. On the saddle.
I stood up on the hood of the Suburban, y'all. He yelled at me, but I didn't care. Oh, I didn't stand up on the hood. I stood up on the roof. But anyways.
Clydesdale, I don't know. Clydesdale might not make it, Steve.
I don't know. Clydesdale it might.
Nah, not from here. They ain't good for long distances. They're good for power pulling, pulling a wagon, but not for
a power pulling.
hundreds. They need to drink. They need to drink too much water.
Well, there's some rivers between here and there, and ponds and lakes and streams, and you're 6 foot. You need a lot of power to pull you. Yeah, I love messing with him.
You sit.
Heather says quarter horse.
Yeah, well, that's what I used to ride, quarter horses. I used to ride quarter horses a good bit. They do have, as long as you keep them in real good shape, they do have a lot of stamina, and they will ride like an Appaloosa. Appaloosa and Arabian, they have that long-lasting energy. You can get a quarter horse like that and make a quarter horse be like that, but they're mainly quarter mile, all the way out for that full quarter mile, and then the rest of it is just hit or miss.
As Steve says, they drink bud. I can be friends with them. I'll be friends with them.
No.
Yep. Oh man, that's pretty funny. D-Sum says LOL.
Is this jokingly or is this is this
This
serious?
is jokingly.
Okay, well I'm trying to be serious on it.
No, they drink what they.
Well,
they
I know
water.
that.
They don't drink. You're not supposed to feed beer.
I know that, but a horse drink beer. My horse drank beer before.
Well, they're not supposed to.
They drank my horse. I used to get a cheeseburger for my horse. At the trail rides, when we go to trail rides, I would get 2 cheeseburgers. I'd get one for me, and then I get the cheeseburger for my horse. And eat the cheeseburger right out of my hand.
That would be so nice.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button and join in on the conversation.
Yeah, we're having a fun time talking about horses. We enjoy. we're horse people. Granted, we don't own any right now of our own. Her grandparents have a bunch of them.
My horse, I never really owned. My grandmother gave me a horse to ride, but it stays at her house. But I'm scared. I am scared to get on that horse. I used to be the fireball that would be the first one on and the first one to fall off into the ground. But I didn't got too old. I am so scared to hit the ground, I might not get back up.
Nah.
I'm dead serious. Like, you remember them a couple years ago, we went and ride horses and he started bucking up and carrying on. I was like, oh my goodness, I was so nervous.
Well, was that the time I rode your grandfather's?
You rode Whiskey. Yeah, y'all, he rode Whiskey. Down.
Yeah, but I see, and your grandfather said that horse don't really like everybody riding him.
Because you're big and you're heavy, you're just like Papa. You're built
and,
just like Papa.
And I tell you right now that I controlled the horse.
Heather says maybe if I ride a bicycle and start now, I can make it over there.
Yeah, well, hey, it wouldn't take that long.
You can find some. Also, you could probably find some homesteads. You could travel across country on your bicycle.
Yeah, and then sleep at homesteaders' houses.
Do you know how awesome that would be?
If you're Abundance Plus member, you can find your route.
Yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
If you're a member to Abundance Plus, Justin Rhodes Abundance Plus, you can find your route of whoever's a member, and all you have to do is contact them and see if you can stay there.
Look at that.
I don't know if y'all are familiar with that or not, but we're Abundance Plus members.
The Peaceful Cedar Homestead says that actually sounds fun. I'm serious. Like that really does sound awesome.
That would be a long ride. I wouldn't be. You got to watch the traffic nowadays because nobody really pays attention where they're going, and everybody's on their telephone doing everything else other than paying attention where they're going.
Miss Cindy says cheeseburger. You're not supposed to see that Mountain Dew. Yeah, I needed something different. That tea he didn't make it sweet enough. It just wasn't hitting my sugar spot.
There's a cup and a half of sugar in it.
Put a cup and 3/4 next time.
No.
Oh, God. Y'all, in case y'all did not know, I love picking at him. That's.
You know why it doesn't taste? Because you're eating caramel over there, and when you eat something sweet and drink tea, that's why it doesn't seem as sweet to drink. When you eat, candy.
Well, I was drinking this.
You were eating that and drinking
I was
that.
eating this after I had finished my tea because your son come over here and drank the rest of it.
Okay.
And then I ate this and then I got that. All right. So let's see. What is another crazy and wild question that I can ask off the top of my head? Because y'all know how right field I am.
Did you tell him about the snake?
No, I didn't tell him about the snake that you almost had come up on me. Y'all, we were sitting at the property last weekend. I was sitting over there.
Was it last week? No, it was this weekend.
Oh, the one outside?
No, the one at the property when you're sitting in the chair. And then the one out here in the dog.
Y'all, my husband is afraid. He does not like touching snakes.
I'm not touching a snake. I don't want to be near a snake.
Dead, live, anything.
Yeah, I don't. Now, granted, I ain't going to kill, a black snake or something that is not poisonous. I ain't going to do that. But I just don't like them. I don't want to be near them. If I know something's there, I'm going to chase them away so they go on their merry way that way or do something. But
that merry way that way was right into I was in the line of fire.
Man. That was
yes, I jerked my son up so daggone fast and jumped in that chair. Lord have mercy.
Y'all, it was like a black racer, and that thing moved. I had never seen a snake move that quick.
But
It was about 5 foot long.
And then he was out there feeding the dogs yesterday, and he said, he comes inside, he said, Shannon, he said, can you come out here and help me? Because there's a snake in the pen. I was like, well, is it alive or is it dead? He's like, the dogs killed it, but I'm not touching it to get it out the pen.
And I couldn't get it because it was stuck down in between the pallets, because we got pallets for a floor in there, and then we got plywood over top of the pallets. So
the snake had slithered through between the pallet and the plywood, and the dogs, like, I guess choked it out because it was smushed. Like, I think it just took its last breath of air. But let me tell you, I went out there and I was like, Steven, this snake is dead. He's like, I know it's dead. He's like, but don't touch it. I reached down there and I picked it up with my fingers. That's the first time I've ever touched a snake, y'all. I picked it up with my fingers.
I was just as nervous watching her do it than if I would have done it. And I was like, I ain't doing it. I was like, nope.
And I was like, are you gonna open the dog gate for me? No.
Personally, I would literally move the dog kennel to another location, light the pallets and stuff up on fire right there, and let it be there. I'm not doing anything. And then I'll shovel it up shovel all the charcoal up and ashes up.
Goodness gracious!
I'm not.
He really does not like snakes. So I went out there and I got the snake out of the dog pen for him, and then he was able to go into the dog pen and feed the dogs. Yeah, it was so poor baby.
And the dogs didn't even think nothing of it. I mean, they've done killed it, I guess, because I didn't see them do it.
Now, I will say this: the dogs know what a snake is.
And I was like, dang, that's the tail of it.
Because I was out there a couple years ago, and Chelsea nearly attacked there was a snake on the outside of the fence, and I was walking. I'd seen it, and I was just walking past it. Chelsea attacked the daggum cage trying to get at that snake because she thought it was going to get at me.
Wow, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, and Chelsea attacked it, and like she did that with the daggum water hose. She thought the water hose was a snake. Oh man.
Yeah, but I'm not a snake person. I ain't gonna kill a good snake, like a non-poisonous snake, black snake, stuff like that. Garden snake. I ain't gonna kill them.
I'm just waiting to.
I'm just gonna shoo them out of the way where I'm at, because if I see one, because I don't want to be anywhere near it.
I'm waiting.
But if I do see a poisonous one or anything like that, it's a goner. I'll be honest with you. I'm using a shovel and with a shovel, or
bang, bang, bang,
or I'm getting a gun, or I'm getting my pellet rifle and just sitting there popping it, numerous times or whatever. I'm doing something, and then taking it far away on a shovel somewhere where I don't need to see it no more.
I'm telling you, he don't like snakes. Oh Lord!
But I tell you right now,
Heather doesn't like snakes either. She says, "Heck no." Glad it wasn't a venomous one. Yeah. That was crazy.
She pulled that thing out of there. She grabbed it by the tip of its tail. I mean, holding it real, like, I don't know how I do is go like that, and it's gonna fall. And she pulled it up out of there, and that far from the end of it by the head, it was curled like an S. And I was like, that sucker still look alive. And
he wouldn't come over the daggum gate.
I was like, heck no. I was like, if that sucker come alive and shot up, because the thing was like 4.5 foot long right out here. And I was like, they could strike like a third of their body length or a half of their body length, and it's just hanging there like 2 foot away from her. And I'm like, that sucker turn around and pew right there in the stomach. I was like, nah.
Lord have mercy. But after I showed him literally that the snake was dead, he finally let me out the pen, and I went down there and threw it in the daggone woods. I was going to go put it in the chicken pen. And
the chickens ain't going to mess with that.
They will. The chickens will eat it.
No, they ain't.
Yes, they will.
then why do the chickens let the things eat the eggs?
Well, it's because it's dead.
Oh, well.
They'll eat a dead snake.
I never seen a chicken eat a snake. All the times I've seen snakes and
You've
chickens.
ever seen a chicken eat a worm?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
a big ass worm.
Do you see
No.
the worms at the property? You think the chicken's gonna eat that worm?
Them big worms. We got some big worms at the property. Change
see.
subject.
Miss Annette says, I had 2 snakes in my backyard today. My son-in-law isn't afraid of them. He picked them up. One was about 6 foot and the other was about 4 foot. I don't do snakes at all. I backed far up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He doesn't like them. He can't stand them. Like when he
I don't even like we live in the woods. Like where we're at, it's woods. And I'd walk up, put the trash in the trash can outside just for the heck of it. And I'd see a snake sit there in the tree limb above my head. And I was like, And, you park in the driveway, which is right, not even 20 feet from where our trash cans are. And I'm like, Shannon, your window's open in your car. I was like, if that snake comes out of the tree, it can slither across the ground, go up the side of the car, and slither into the window, and then you'll have a snake inside the vehicle. I was like, it might be 100 degrees outside where we're at right now, but I am not leaving my window open if I'm not going to be in the vicinity to watch what's around my vehicle so I know something ain't going to climb in there. So,
you are something else. Okay?
I'm serious. I mean, heck, if you want to be driving down the road, have a snake come out on your foot. I hope to God nobody's around me because I'll be hitting the brakes and getting out and jumping out as quick as possible.
Lord have mercy. Steve, you can't do all You can't be doing all that. Like, really?
Well, I would keep calm.
Now, what if you see a snake in the garden?
I would keep calm to get the vehicle stopped. And then as soon as I get that sucker in park, out I go. And then I'm going to scout and look and spine the stick so I can try to get them to guide them out. That's if that ever happened. It never happened yet, but you never know when that's going to happen. So make sure.
Yeah, that's too funny.
Don't keep your windows open, especially by trees or the edge of the woods or something like that. Anywhere, even in a subdivision, because
Snake in an SUV, is that the name of this movie? Yeah. Like he's all the time telling me, close your window, close your door. There's always there's a snake gonna get in there. There's this that's gonna get in there. I'm like, can I just hold it open for 5 minutes, please, until I get done?
Yeah, but if you're there around it, it's fine because you got your visibility, you got your peripheral vision looking around, so you would actually see something going across the thing. Yeah, but if you just half shut the door, keep the window open, and walk and stay away from it for 2 hours, then you never know what got in there. You follow what I'm saying?
Is Samuel Jackson playing Steven? Let me tell you something. The other day, and I was so going to do this, but I was like, it would be so wrong. He was sitting there, and he was welding that tank, and he was just being so calm and concentrated. And I was like, he's sitting there and taking his time. I was like, if I was a yellow snake, he would probably burn the crap out of himself. Yo, I told him I was going to do that, and he's like, Shannon, that would have been wrong. He would have jumped out of his skin.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wasp too. Now,
Peaceful Cedar Homestead's in the house.
Yeah. They've been here.
Oh.
Wasp too. Heather says wasp. She doesn't like wasp.
Nah, a wasp.
Well, she has wasps up there.
Wasps?
Yeah, wasp.
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 All right. Well, anyway, yeah.
How are you supposed to say it?
Wasp. Wasp.
That's what I said. Wasp.
Okay, you said wasp.
Wasp.
Wasp. I don't know. Wasp. 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 I don't know. But anyway,
little
yeah.
flying things that sing.
Yeah. I'm not afraid of them. They're actually afraid of me.
Yeah.
I'll go right up to a nest and hit it with a baseball bat. Usually, if you don't act afraid, they ain't gonna sting you. It might sound crazy, but living proof. I've done it numerous times, and I haven't.
Y'all, I'm gonna warn y'all. Please do not go up to a wasp nest and hit it with a baseball bat.
I'm telling you, if you ever come across both of us, you can ask me about it or ask me about the wasp. And if there's a wasp nest, I'll prove it to you. I'll go up to the wasp nest and get them down. It won't bother me.
Ain't no way in the world. I'm not even gonna be around you. I'll be standing in
like
a safe spot.
Even like when we go deer hunting, when deer hunting starts in our area, it's like August 15th and September area.
Pat says, P.S. Don't hit wasps nest with a bat. Call Steven.
Yep. Call me. I'll do it. I've actually pushed them. I put my pocket knife out of my pocket and actually smush them to the ceiling or smush them to where their nest is.
Let's see. Miss Cindy says, my oldest son captured a wild snake and had it wrapped around his forearm, holding its head, then put it 2 inches away from my nose. I freaked out.
Nope. If I ever held a snake, if I did, I'd probably squeeze it so hard, it would probably pop his head off because I got a real tough squeeze. If I want to really squeeze, yeah. If I ever had to come across and actually grab one, I would probably squeeze it so hard that I would kill it. Seriously, because I wouldn't probably let go until I knew it was dead. Or I had something to kill it.
Or I scared it might bite you.
Yeah, or might sneak around and go.
It's like whenever my brother and I were a kid and we were outside playing, and a snake just fell out of the tree onto his head, and I never seen that boy run so daggone fast.
It landed on his neck.
I never seen him run so fast. Well, that's like you. We were out back and that copperhead fell out the tree, and boy, you almost stepped right on it.
Oh my, yeah. And I was like, geez Louise, it was a copperhead right there in the grass, and I'm sitting there walking. Now, granted, I didn't have no boots on.
And I said, Steven, something fell out the tree over there.
And I'm walking around, and I'm like, oh, geez. And I was literally like 3 inches, and the thing was just staring at my foot. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, Shannon, don't move. I cannot move. And when I do move, I'm going to leap about 10 feet from where I'm at. So when I leap, make sure you're not in the way. So that's what I did.
He jumped so daggone
I
high.
jumped. I did a standing hurdle, probably 4 foot in the air. My feet came off the ground, and I went that way. And then I went to go get the shovel so I can chop it.
Yeah, I tell you, that is just hilarious. We are so glad that everyone is having a good time tonight.
Hey, I'm having a great time. We have some crazy stories, man, and half of it's never on camera because the camera is usually not in the possession when it needs to be. And if we did have a camera, we'd probably have a mess up and we'd probably be bit.
Oh no, Steven! I need to get the right angle. Don't move. But no, he did. Wait a minute. You did get that on video. Me picking the snake up out the dog pen. I hadn't done nothing with it.
I don't know if I got you on video or not. I was more worried about where the snake was and where you were heading.
Straight to you.
I know that. That's why I don't know if I got it on video now. I was holding the camera, and then I was more worried about where I was going to stand at.
Goodness gracious. All right, guys.
That's the only time I'm freaked out is when it comes to snakes. Anything else I can deal with, but a snake. We even got scorpions here, y'all. I mean, I don't know if
I've
y'all
always
noticed.
heard you say we have scorpions.
We do.
I have never seen a scorpion here.
You never seen a scorpion? I don't know what kind of scorpions they are, but I mean,
they're little black thingies.
They get to be about 3 inches long or so.
I've never like, I don't know where excuse me. I have seen them. I've seen them on the other side of the basement on the little glue traps. But I don't ever see them on the ground or anything like that.
Yeah, they're out there.
Let's see. That's how it goes. All the good laughs are always when no video is happening.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's another reason why we bring this up on our lives, so we can tell you about this stuff that we don't catch on camera. Because there's some stuff that
we could have did a reenactment.
Nope.
Because your dad said there was a snake out there in that tree.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I went and got it for you. A live one.
Nope. No.
All right.
You're chowing down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My body's just lacking something right now. And I ain't quite figured out what it is.
You're probably hungry.
Well, I ate supper.
I don't know. Well, you didn't eat enough.
Oh.
Well, that your belly should tell you that.
Well, it's not growling. All right, guys. So if you have not hit that like button, please hit that like button. And I also want to tell y'all that there is some new soap products out on our channel or on our soap website that are new and we are super excited about. And there will be more coming out this week. Different scents, different flavors. Don't eat them. They're not flavors, but different scents. Please don't eat the soap.
Well,
it'll taste bad. Like, you remember the old days when your mom used to wash your mouth out with soap? Yeah, I actually licked my finger one time, and it actually tasted bad. Like, Mama washed my mouth out with soap. But anyways,
well, she's fixing to make new, just new varieties. Just different varieties. And
like I've got
it takes a certain cure time. You have to cure the soap before she's able to sell it. So basically, when you see it on the site, that means it's available to order. But if you don't see it, and you might see it, soon to be ready or something on the site, this certain soap, but it'll have maybe a release date of certain time. That means that's the time frame that it's released, and it's already been setting for a certain amount of time frame to be able to be sold by. Does that make sense?
Yep. And manly sense. Yes.
Yes.
I actually have a bar that has been sitting. Honestly, I don't know what to call it. It doesn't really have a scent to me. It's not Castle soap. Like, it's not the plain soap. It doesn't have a scent, and I don't know what to call it. It's like a bland scent. So I'm really honestly thinking about calling it Bland Man. That's what the name of it's gonna be. Because I really don't know.
I told her to make some out of cedar. Do cedar, or you just.
Yeah,
we can make a cedar soap, and it's a good cover-up scent. For like going out deer hunting and stuff like that, it's a cover-up scent. If you wash with the cedar soap, it uses a cover-up scent, and basically you would smell like cedar going into the woods deer hunting. So basically, it'll cover your scent up rather than putting that spray stuff that they make to put on yourself.
All right, D. So if I make a manly soap, are you gonna buy it?
I don't think it really matters what kind of soap you use.
No, he said he wants some He said any manly scents. Yeah, bland. I forgot. I forgot what it was.
Motor oil.
We're not calling it motor oil. I could probably use motor oil, but it's chemical.
Yeah.
Let's see. Heinz says unscented. LOL. There's a market for that type too. Try it out and see if it sells under that name. I might have to do it.
Which one?
Unscented. That one that's over there. Do it under unscented. Let's see. Cedar and Peaceful Cedar Home says cedar and sandalwood would be good for guys. I am super excited about that. Yes, I am going to try that as soon as I get the rest of my stuff in, because Amazon seems like they want to take forever. Miss Annette says, have you tried making soap with loofah slices in it? Yes. Yet. No, I have not, because I do not have I want a whole loofah thingy.
We don't have no loofah growing. Or SpongeBob. We can say SpongeBob again. Well, we don't have no loofah growing. But so we do have seeds here, but we just haven't planted. And we were going to make out of the property a separate garden, well, not a garden, but a separate bed area just for loofah. So we haven't got to that point yet. So no, we haven't planted any of that.
Hang on. All right. So, yes, try this one.
What's going
on? He couldn't get in with that other link.
Yeah. There ain't no M there.
Yep.
Where'd that link even come from?
Don't worry about it. All right. So, yes, I am going to do pine. And I'm going to do pine with actually pine needles in it once I dry them a little bit, because I don't want a whole bunch of sap in there. You don't want to wash with sappy stuff. With sticky stuff. But yeah.
We've got plenty of pine needles. We got thousands of them.
That soap that I was talking about is not on there because I have not labeled it and I have not thought of a name for it. So, but I will get that soap up, that bland soap. I will get that up. And Miss Annette, to answer your question about the loofah, I'm gonna have to break down and actually order some loofah from some company, because I can't like, it takes a little while to grow. So, and I don't have that set up right yet. What, baby? What? I know.
Say he wants to give you a kiss. He wants to give you a kiss, Mama.
There you go. Good job. You're such a sweet boy. Get one out of the closet. Don't do that. Let's see. Agreed. See a lot doing cedar scent for men. Did you plant your seeds? No,
we haven't planted them yet.
No, I have not planted my loofah seeds. I want to. I really do. But it's just going to take a little bit of time.
We still have to make a separate. We're going to put them in a raised bed. We haven't built the raised bed yet.
Take it to Sissy. Take it to Gracie.
So
here
we were hoping to get. He almost knocked the drink over. We were hoping to get the bed built, but we haven't got time to build the other bed as of right yet.
Kids, tell you. But yeah, so we are gonna trellis it. I'm gonna find a way to attach it to the garden fence that's existing, but it's gonna go on a trellis. So I will get it figured out. I gotta build the bed and I gotta get him motivated. So I just need to go out there and start
I'm
working.
always motivated. It's just I like going with an idea in mind rather than just playing guessing games. That's my thing. I want to have an idea in mind.
Checking something out. Just checking something out.
Wait. Can they still see us when you're doing that?
Yeah, they can still see us. Keep talking. All right, guys. And another thing that we also have besides our lovely soap shop is our wish list. If you feel like you want to help us in any kind of way or just get us something,
Gracie,
like I made these little here, take your caramel. Go to the room. Come on. Take the last one. Here, come on. Let's go open it. Like I have come up with this idea. Bye, baby. Love you. Kids, what can you do? I have come up with this idea. Like the other day, I seen some deer antlers just hanging around outside my parents' house, and then I also found that deer antler. So I'm gonna use those to kind of like hang around the areas of the garden, so that way I can hang tools on if I need them and stuff like that. So y'all go check out our Amazon wish list, and we are planning on getting a hang on one second.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Levi is acting crazy. Courtney's asleep. Gracie's playing with Levi, but he's keep on escaping. That's our little situation.
Courtney's not out.
Yeah, well, she's tired. She's been playing in the water all weekend.
Yeah. So we are for Father's Day. I'm trying to scrounge the money together because I want to get Steven a sawmill for his chainsaw. So that is really cool, and then I actually have it listed on the wish list. It attaches to your specific chainsaw because yeah. So that's what you're getting for Father's Day, and if I don't come up with the money myself, then guess what? You're paying for it yourself, but you'll still have a chainsaw attachment. Happy Father's Day.
Why did you spoil it?
Because why did I spoil it?
Yeah, why did you spoil it?
I'm just giving you a heads up, so that way you know one way or the other you're paying for it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well.
So yeah, but no, I'm really excited about that. So that way we can when we get the chainsaw attachment, we will be able to saw the trees down and cut the lumber for the garden shed. Aren't you so excited? Have you not noticed every new tool that I go out and buy? It's so that way you can do work.
Yeah.
Aren't you excited about it? You gotta
I'm excited about it. I mean, I'm just hoping we don't have to cut 30 trees down. We because a lot of the trees at the property, there is some big pines, but there's a lot of them,
Well, I mean, we gotta cut trail.
I just want to be able to get more than one board out of each pine tree. You know what I mean? Because then it would be pointless.
Well, technically, there's some.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, a pine tree 8 inches in diameter, you ain't gonna get probably, 2, maybe 3 2x4s. You know
Well,
what I mean?
not even that. I mean, well, I'm not even talking about that. You could do the slabs, like do the slab wall, like you slice it, like you take a cheese, like you take a
You take a cheese.
yeah,
What
take
the-
a block of
how
cheese
you
that's like
explain
this
it?
long, and then you set it on the table, and then you just take a knife and you slice it down. You just keep slicing it, and you got slabs of cheese. So you don't take the slabs of cheese and put it on the daggum on the garden shed, but that's how
You
it's.
have a weird way of explaining.
But anyways, slabs of trees. Okay.
All right, we're taking slabs of cheese and making a garden shed.
The mice would love it.
Yeah.
Tongue and groove. Heather, I'm gonna say yeah, that's a good idea, but
You know how much work that is?
exactly that's what he's gonna say. I knew it. So I'm gonna overlap.
Yes, I would love to do tongue and groove boards going up like a log cabin. Yes.
No, we're gonna do overlaption.
Well, I'm just saying it would be nice, but that's a lot of work to
Like
do yourself.
here's one board. All right, it's already on the wall. We're gonna take this other board and put it over top of it, and then it's gonna look like daggum
Shingles,
siding or
yes,
shingles
it's
going all the
like
way up.
siding on. Yeah, siding on. Yeah, I know.
So that's what we're gonna do, and that's what we're gonna wrap it in. And I think that'll keep the animals out, and you can spray foam the little holes.
I don't know. Probably look better with tin on there. Just wrap it and then put tin.
No,
on.
put the tin on top. You gotta listen.
Yeah. Well, when we get to that point, then we'll figure it out and see what you think would look better.
All right, guys.
That's not really a technically thing that we need to make a decision right now.
Well, we are gonna get the
main. You do the main frame first before you even worry about.
All that is 4 posts, 4 corner posts.
No.
You got to put the corner post in the ground first, do you not?
It would be at least 5. It would be if you make it 10 by 10, you would have 5 posts.
Okay. Well, that's what I got my husband for, y'all.
You need to make a door, don't you? So you need to have a post to make a door to get in there.
Not if you do a double door, like.
Yeah, you can do that, but I mean, if you want something that you
I don't care.
keep people from getting in and out of there.
Hey, I need little windows. So when you're at work, you need to keep an eye out for little windows. So that way, I could put a chair on the inside of the garden shed and go hunting right there.
You got to make a trail so you can see down through there first.
Nope, I'll just hunt right there on the field. There's deer that comes out there in that field still.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, all right, guys. So it is getting kind of late. What is it, Courtney? Hang on 1 second, y'all. In just a few minutes.
Come say hello to everybody. Come over here and say hello to everybody.
And Heather's right. Plus the door. So we need a door to get in there too. You need the doors.
Yeah, we got doors. I can get doors anytime. Say hello. Come say hello to everybody.
Hi. I'm warning you now. Computer's about to die.
I know.
All right, guys. So
our computer is about to die, and we are using the computer charge cord to hook to the camera, and we do not have 2 of them cords in our possession to keep the computer charging.
So we are gonna have to end this, and we want to thank everyone.
And we want to let you know that we do have another one of them cords on order. It just hasn't arrived yet. So we will be able to do, longer lives, but we would be able to keep the computer charging while we convert the power from the computer to the camera and the camera to the computer.
All right, guys. So thank everybody for watching, and we want
Thank y'all for watching.
You are messing me up. You screwed my head up. May God bless you like He has us, and y'all have a wonderful night.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.